YouTube's happening. It is Sunday, November 30th, the last day of the month, and we're talking college hoops first because they have games that start at noon. It's a short day, not many good things going on. There's only 28 games out there. You see, we got the games. We're going to roll through these games, spreadsheet, see if we can find some value. If you were here yesterday, if you participated yesterday, well, you did pretty good because Akron, LSU, Buffalo, over, ETSU, UNC Wilmington, UMBC, Hofstra Southern, all were green. All of them. That's 10 wins right there, I think. 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah, 10. UCF won by 25, not 27. Damn, so close. And then Northern Kentucky and Boston hit 139. That's the highest they got. So we were so close to a 12-0 sweep. Shame. Oh well. So 10-2 in the day. I'll still take that. Thanks. So if you want the plays typed out for every single sport, or you want access to ye old spreadsheets so you can do your own research without me, you gotta go check out Better Bay. It's all there for you. So on top of that, we are entering the month of December. And in the month of December, I'm doing giveaways. We're going to be doing some giveaways. Let me show you to you right here. Oh, zoom out, motherfucker. Okay, pop over to the sheet, and we have our 28 games. So let's go ahead and get to it. First game is Moyne and Ball States. So the way we do things, if you're new here, because you might be new, we look at our spreadsheet. I make this spreadsheet from scratch. This is a Google document that I've created. I take all the box scores every game, put into a Google sheet, and then do a ton of formulas to, get what I'm looking for. You see, this is all formulas. That's all it is. So to get what I'm looking for in these numbers, we rank these on the last 5 based on 1 through 365 because there's 365 teams. And obviously, red is bad. Ball State, how are you the second worst scoring team in the last 5 games? Rankings are based on your last 5. We do recency bias pretty heavily around here because I care what you've done lately, not what you did 2 months ago. I don't care about that. That's in there for people that do care. Like we look at your season and we compare it how are you doing now versus how you've been doing? Is this what you normally do, or are you just, going above and beyond or being bad? So, like you can see, Ball State is they score a little bit more usually, but right now a little bit less. So you see how that works? Cool. So then we compare offense v defense. We do a lot of matchup things here. So we look at like their 2-point shooting here versus their 2-point defense here. So cross them up, get an answer, simple stuff. So like in this one, Lemoyne, they're 38.6% shooting threes. They're 58th in the country. Not bad. They're green. You like that. Ball State, 35% defending the three. They're 249. They give up a lot of threes or a high percentage of making threes. So we look at that stuff there. So now that I explained it, let's move on. So what do we look for? We look for those things and we see there's enough of it to make sense. So we also look at, home and away, things like that. Neutral sites have messed things up really in the past week because there's been a ton of neutral games. So this game alone, you can kind of squint to, and you can see Lemoyne's just better overall, statistically better. Doesn't mean they're talent-wise better or they're just better. They're statistically better. So we use that. You got to know something about the teams too. So Lemoyne is currently a 2.5-point dog on the road. So do you want to take that? Well, look at their road numbers. You'll see they've had 4 road games. They've still scored 71 points. They're losing by 7, roughly, based on these numbers. I'm not taking it. I just want to use this particular game since the first one to explain how the process works. Let's move on to the next game, which is going to be just LaSalle hosting Merrimack. And again, disgusting. This is not a good-looking game. The only thing we see here is LaSalle is good defensively because they're both slow as hell. That's all it is. The numbers are low because they're slow. That's just not good. This ain't a good game. This is a game I would also skip. You'll see some games I do take that I like. Princeton versus St. Joseph. Again, we got Princeton. I mean, come on. It's just so far we're 3 for 3 on discussing, but St. Joe's is a little deep. They're good from defending the 2, which is the one thing Princeton's good at. And then points in the paint, fast break, rebounds, assists. St. Joe's does all that pretty well. You can see they are green. Green is good, red is bad. Common sense. So what do we want? St. Joe's potentially -4.5 on the road in Trenton, New Jersey. I don't know. I don't really want to see you're the 5th or 6th worst team defending the 2 versus a team shooting 51%. As long as you're over 50, I'm okay with that. If you're below 50, I start questioning things. So you're 54, but they are holding people to 45. That's how you win games right there. But you're 0-3 on the road, so it means you're 48. I can't trust that. Look at that. The rating drops down terrible. The defense goes high. It's just not good. So we're leaving them alone. It's hard to take road games in college. It is hard to win on the road in college, no matter what sport it is. It just is. So we go Maine versus Siena. Again, defenses are looking good. Now here, we might want to look at an under because the numbers for offense are so bad and the defense is actually popping off a little bit. 34 and 87, not bad. Let's look at that total. Where it be? I want Siena. Where's that crayon at? Burnt Siena. Mhm. I'll do it this way. Siena. Siena. There it is. 126. Oh my god, that's a low total. See, that's a little too low. I take the last five, I count them up, and I get a sum of 129.8. And this one, I go 130. So we have a 129 to 130 range. Our total is 126. No, no. If there was like a cushion of like five or more, maybe 10, ideally, I would take an under. The 3-point defense is pretty damn good. The only thing I don't like is Sienna's really good at shooting too, 61% in the last 5 games. So that might be a Sienna play. And Siena is a 11.5 point favorite, and this is in Washington, D.C., so this is a neutral site as well. I'm tired of these damn neutral sites, I'm telling you. So UNC Asheville versus App State. Clearly, just squinting your eyes, you can clearly see that Asheville, it's in Asheville, it's a home game, and they're playing fairly well. App State's 4-4. I say they're playing very well statistically. Their record doesn't show that, though. See, sometimes you got to look at the whole picture of things. So UNC Asheville at home is a 1.5 point favorite over App State. Their shooting two is great versus them. Their shooting three is great. They're defending the rating versus App State's defensive rating, which is bottom 15. I'm going to take UNC Asheville at home. I want to take UNCA minus 1.5 because just they're doing everything you need to do. Only thing I am a little concerned with is turnovers, but hey, whatever, it happens. App State's a very slow team. They're slow and you can't shoot twos, and they're shooting 58%, and they're at home. They're better at home too, 59%. So yeah, taking some Asheville. Let's move to UTSA. We do everything in blocks of 10 usually. Since there's only 28 games, I'll probably do blocks of 7, 4 little breaks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is game 6. Cool. This one, you get a lot of orange and like kind of faded yellow, faded green. You could tell the games, they look alike. This is one of those ones. Like this versus that as defense, that versus that, that's defense. Defense, defense, defense. I mean, potential under if the number looks good. We got a couple damn ball hogs out here because there's no assists. They get rebounds though. That's good. Let's see. South Alabama. South Alabama. Let's see, where is that one? That was going to be over here. I just saw. I just synced it. I just synced it. Is it neutral again? No, it's in San Antonio. So South Alabama. There it is. 137 is our number. Let's see. They're currently scoring 152, so not an under today. 135 to 152. Our total sitting at 137. They've already set it up for the under. No thanks. I'm good. Thank you. Goodbye. And lastly, we're going to go Chattanooga before we take a quick break. And Chattanooga scoring versus the offense v defense. Tennessee State struggles defending the two, especially on the road. Chattanooga, what's your line? 9.5? Yeah. Yeah. 32 versus 2. Yeah. I'm taking Chattanooga 9.5. Let's move on. Next. Ooh, allergies are kicking all of a sudden. My God. Okay. We're moving on. So in that group of 7, we ended up pulling 2 plays out of there. We pulled UCNA and Chat. Good job. So we have the next group of 7. Let's roll to it. It's going to be Bill and Mary. We got William and Mary versus Old Dominion. Old Dominion cannot score twos, and Bill and Mary is shooting 64%. I don't care if you're in practice, making 64% of your shots is pretty damn impressive. So, hey, versus 216, that makes me lean Bill and Mary for sure. 6 and 2. Good job. Old Dominion is 3 and 5. William, what's your line, guy? 7.5 at home. It's in Williamsburg too. So yeah, I believe that's at home. I think that's them. So yeah, I'll take some W and M minus 7.5. I'll trust that mainly because the only thing Old Dominion is really good at is shooting threes. And you see, Old Dominion is like, nah, not around here, partner, not around here. So they're gonna shut that down. Defensively, 18th, good stuff. Again, only thing they're really bad at is turnovers. And there's not a big difference between 5 extra turnovers. Ain't that big a deal, but it can be. But you see the difference in the numbers, how massive it could be. So yeah, Old Dominion might have a rough time on the road today. So let's see. Move on from William and Mary to Bobby Moe and Stetson. Defense versus offense. So that leans that pushes. This leans kind of close. That's pushing. So nothing stands out here except for the fact their defense is really good. That's not enough for me to play it. One square being green isn't that much. I need some on a defensive square too. I need a little bit more than that. So we're going to slide on to Fairfield Inn and Suites. Yeah, that's about what I expect out of this game. Just looking just pure autumn, fall, crispy leaves is what I think of when I see this game, and I don't want to. No. Quinnipiac versus Stonehill. Quinnipiac can score because they're fast. See how that works? They get some blocks and steals, fast break points. That just adds up cleanly with this. Stonehill's slow. They're 2 and 6. They shoot threes very well. They can't shoot. This all cancels out kind of sort of. So the main thing is going to be Quinnipiac, their speed, they're shooting threes, and they get out and run, which is good for them. Stonehill might have some issues. It is in Hamden. I think Quinnipiac's in Connecticut, so I think that makes sense. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. I don't know where these damn schools are. Some of this all there is 365 schools. I know where most of them are because they say the name, like Florida is in Florida. Hey, good stuff. Hey, I know that one. Florida State is in Florida State. Yay. Then I get confused because South Florida is here in Tampa. And I'm like, wait a minute. Tampa's like technically South Florida, but it's like not. It's Central Florida. I don't know. It's confusing. So whatever. Anywho, moving on. Stonehill. Where the hell is Stonehill on my list? Show me the Stonehill spread. Thank you. Fine, I'll do it this way. Stone. It is 15.5 for Quinnipiac. Now, see, now we're talking about big ass spreads. And I'm like, okay, I see this. And I'm like, I lean Quinnipiac to win. I don't lean them to win by 16. I lean them to win by like 10. But I'm not going to take Stonehill on the road. You lost your mind. So this is one of the ones we leave alone. We don't take this. We leave it alone. We leave it there for someone else to pick up and play with. I'm moving on. Vermont versus a Yale. And oh my God. Um, um, 148.5 is our total. Class, what are we looking at here? Hmm? Hmm? You got it? Did you say over? Good job. Good job. Because defensively, garbage. Defensively, garbage. Defense rating, garbage. Points allowed, garbage. Points, 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 points. Top 43. Top, yeah, over 148. They're scoring 159 and they're allowing 158. So we have a literal range here. Our total is 10 below at 148. That's where we're going. We're going over 148. Simple, easy peasy. Over 148. Now, does this mean they're absolutely going to hit this? No, never does. Never does. What this is we do everything based on averages. That's what it is. This is an average. So if they play within their average, it's a bell curve usually. If they stay in the top of the bell, they tend to do well. They tend to hit their lines. But if one team shoots like pure ass, which it could easily happen, hell, they both could. You could easily fall out. If one team plays above their average, which could easily happen, then we hit the over easily. We've seen that plenty of times. You hit overs, get crushed by like 40 points, and it's like, wow, it happens. So based on numbers like this over a 5-game sample and the way these two teams are playing, I expect an over to hit nicely. So let's go ahead and move on from there to the next one. But still, just because I like that one doesn't mean I value that any higher than the William & Mary one or the chat one or that. They're all 1%, no matter what. I need to do a whole ass video breaking that down because some people don't get it. Some people don't understand it. And it's probably my fault for not explaining it much. I will fix that. So, Bucknell, that's where we're going now. Class. Oh my God, this is Cornell. Clearly, look at Bucknell is just struggling. When you have the whole sweep of the logos on the advantage side, that is crazy. That's rare. That's hard to do. For every category, man. Okay, so we want Cornell. Cornell is only 6.5. It's in Lewisburg. Okay, I assume that's where Bucknell is. If you're from Lewisburg, let me know. Cornell, you'll see. Let's make sure. Let's see. Bucknell can't shoot twos. They're shooting 44. They're shooting a Wendy's. They're shooting a faux. How are you shooting Wendy's from two? You can't be shooting tendies. And then you're defending almost 44% from three. See, Cornell. This is Cornell. This is Cornell. Sorry. Cornell. 1L, 2Ls. Minus 6.5. Thank you. We're taking that. And then we're going to move on to Lafayette. Now remember, Lafayette's terrible. Just wait for it. Red, close your eyes. Oh, they're a little better. Okay, they won a game. Good job. Usually Lafayette's not good. I mean, technically they're not. They're shooting under 40%. How are you shooting under 40% from layups? Middies. You can't hit your midi? You can't hit a layup? Because that's all there is. Unless you taking 1 foot inside the three and jacking up threes. Almost threes. That doesn't make sense. How are you that bad? You're pretty bad too, Monmouth. You ain't off the hook either. This game is trash. This game needs to be put in the bin, rolled to the curb, and taken to the dump. That's where this belongs. It's gonna stay there. Moving on. All right, we picked up 2 more games or 3 more games. Either way, we got 5 plays so far. We have 14 games left. We're halfway through. Yeah. Next up is gonna be Hofstra and Penn. Like this garbage off my screen. And we got some brightness. We got some green. We got some yellows. We got some reds to compare, which is nice. We want green be red. We want our list to look like Christmas every day, if possible. Yellow is bad. Yellow is too middle ground. We don't want that. So we want green be red, but we don't really have that here. The only thing is Penn can't hit twos. They're shooting 49% in the last 5. At home, they're better, but it's just overall, we don't love that. And you can see it's in Philly. I don't love this. I don't even care what the spread is. This is too close. I can't take that. Texas Tech is up next versus Wyoming, and Wyoming's playing pretty well. Texas Tech is ranked though at 20. Remember, there is a ranking thing. And I mean, who have you played lately? Who have you played recently? I told you once we get further into the season, we start getting conference play stuff and we start getting teams playing more like teams instead of teams playing D2 um paint dry university or whoever it is that's never played ball before. They win by 75 every game. It's like now you're playing real teams. Like Wyoming 6-1, they're doing good. They're balling out. Texas Tech has a talent advantage. We know this though. So let me go look at the it's 21 and a half. Like the numbers say Wyoming. Now, do I dare take Wyoming plus 21? I could. I could because of this, because Texas Tech isn't shooting well. Offense or defense are not doing great. But Wyoming would need to be green here and green here. The defense, sure, shut them down, but I can't trust that. I don't trust either side in this one. So this is one of the ones we leave alone. There's hundreds of games every week, so we can pass many games. West Virginia is up next, which is right here versus Mercyhurst. Defense from 2 for both teams is pretty damn good. West Virginia can't hit 2s. Mercyhurst can, but I mean, come on, this is in Morgantown. What are we doing here? This is West Virginia, but how much? If it's a low number, if it's a high number, I'm considering Mercyhurst. Just saying, if it's high, let's go look. Mercy, 22 and a half. On the road, they're losing by 6. In the last 5, they're winning by 10. They are winning by 11. And they're not that good at that. So those two kind of cancel out. Those two cancel out. That leans defense for both. I could potentially see Mercyhurst, but I'm not going to risk it. We have enough plays. I don't feel like risking it. So, yeah, no need to chase. If you feel risky, you could take one of the two, but that's up to you. You do what you do, you boo boo. I'm gonna do me. That's what I do. So 4M and toothpaste. Let's see. Cancels. Nothing here for us. Moving on to, was that Charleston? No, Coastal Carolina. Sea Chickens. Yeah. Where's Alabama A&M? Now, Coastal should be clearly talent superior. Alabama A&M is like 3rd tier Alabama schools behind like Troy, UAB, and them. But who? What is this? Like, are they even? They're not even D1. They're like D2. Coastal? What are you doing? Do I even have a line for this? Hold on. Coastal. I do have a line. It's Coastal by 6.5. Isn't? I thought no, A&M is absolutely D1 because I have logos for them. That's right. Weird. That feels so weird. Defense here. This game's trash. Why is Coastal can't shoot? Why would I bet it? Don't bet on teams that can't shoot. Just saying. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're gonna regret it. You're gonna be like, man, they didn't make it. Well, gee, I wonder why. They suck at shooting. FAU and St. Bonnie's. The Bonnies are pretty good. FAU can't stop threes, and that's what Bonnies are good at. Oh Lord, that might be a blowout. It's in Boca, so it's in FAU. So Bonnies. Can I get Bonnies are plus 3.5? They already know. They know. Defense, no defense. 3.5 is a good line. It's 3.5 for FAU, by the way. 146 as well. Not loving that one. Gotta pass, sadly. So sad. So sad. Let's get Charleston. Yeah, Charleston's the last one. Right there. Charleston versus Belmont. Belmont. Look at Belmont balling out over here. Okay, Belmont. I see you. Hey, let's find them on the list then. Belmont's 2.5 point favorites over Charleston. Why? Why? Why is that line like it be? Let's see, 8B20, 8B74, that's good. That 45 by Belmont. They can't hit threes. They shut it down. This versus number 1 defensive rating is Belmont, 7-0. They're doing great. Fast break, they're very fast, but they don't get fast break points, which is kind of hilarious how that works. So, interesting. So they have very fast offense, but they're not fast breaking. But their offense and defense are both good. I got to trust the numbers here. I got to go for the Belmont on the road -2.5. So Belmont -2.5. Let's roll with that and take next group. Man, oh man. Last group. 7 more games and we are donezo. North Texas Prairie View. Offensively, both teams are disgusting. Sorry. Surprised North Texas is so bad. Prairie View, I expect the really small schools, I expect them to be much lower. But really, it's just you're going against equal opponents. You're going to see teams like Prairie View end up being like top 10 in some of these later on in the year once they start playing more like opponents. So, that's nothing for me right there. American versus Longwood. American's been playing out. They're playing good. Longwood is not. They're 0-4 on the road. Last 5 is not good. American's doing good. American, what's your line? It is 4.5 at home. I'm gonna take that. Yeah, gotta go for that. I gotta go for American. So, let's see. American -4.5. I'm rocking that for sure. For show. Presbyterian and Citadel. Everything's the same. You see how that looks. Offense slightly, but that's not good enough for me to take. We're going to move on. San Jose versus UC Irvine. Irvine has amazing defense, but their offense is the literal opposite. Just absolute bad. San Jose is not as bad, but they're still bad. To the point where I can't. You're right at 50%. I can't trust a team that can't shoot. Sorry. If you could shoot, even if you get down, shooters will shoot their way out of slumps. Bad teams that just can't shoot general. No, I'm good on that. Long Beach versus San Diego. Everything's the same color here, including the logo. I can't really mess with that. You see why. Fresno versus Bakersfield. This is a Fresno lean. They're 6-2. They won 4 in a row. You see how they do. Their defense from 2 is a little sus. 56% is a lot of damn shots, but then they're only shooting 48, so I'm not too concerned. 42 versus 166. That's good for Fresno. Fresno got good three defense. I can take Fresno. It's a good line. What's the line? What the hell is this? No, that's tomorrow. Fresno is 11.5. I'll trust Fresno by 11.5 today. Why not? Fresno minus 11 and a hook down. And the last game is going to be Loyola, Maryland versus Coppin State. And yeah, they can't. Coppin can't. Surprised Coppin has 2 wins right now, to be honest. But hey, whatever. They won the last game. Good job, Coppin. Good job, guys. Offensively, numbers not good. Defense actually decent. So I'm gonna pass on that one. So let's go back to our schedules. That is all the games we rolled through them. Let's look at tomorrow. A little sneak peek at Monday next month. Monday slate. Whoa, I can fit it all on one screen. You know how that's that's the day right there. Here we go. There's your entire slate of games. Not a single ranked team. Hell, you barely have any big teams. Like the biggest team I'm seeing on here is maybe Xavier, Cincy, Colorado, UAB. Good God, what a day. Hey, guess what? We'll be back tomorrow, dudes. Hey, there's that. There are some profits to be found here. We will find them. So I appreciate you being here. Drop a like, subscribe. If you want a place typed out in a nice list, you want to get the spreadsheets, you want to come join the chat, you got to go to Better Bay. It's up there. So check it out. So enough of that. Appreciate you being here. And I'll see you tomorrow on Monday for some more college hoops. Peace.